We have another Good Shepherd Sunday, 2 in a row. It's an intensification of the argument that Jesus is having with the religious leaders, which began, as I said last time, with the cure of the man born blind. And Jesus is becoming a popular leader, leading people away from what we would call the old shepherds, the Pharisees and leaders who had the power. And Jesus is slowly taking it away from them, and they don't like it. As we would say, there's a new shepherd in town, and they don't like to be replaced. So this is a gospel today about Jesus, how people enter in and go out, how the sheep know his voice and they follow him. And that's a cute image, a very pastoral image for the times that Jesus was living, in which there were lots of sheep because of the sacrifices. But I have a little spin on this, and I hope it helps. You can listen to the gospel and the flock go out of the sheepfold gate, and they walk, and Jesus is ahead of them. The shepherd is ahead. And they're all together. Well, imagine, just it's my poetic imaginative self, that the sheep are following Jesus, the shepherd, but they look to see, are they following the way they're supposed to? Do I look like a good sheep? And are there some who are in the middle of the flock who really belong, and then there's the out sheep or the behind sheep? Or are the ones up ahead, they think they're in the lead? So they're getting their definition from where they are in the group, perhaps. And they keep checking, going back and forth. Am I doing it? Do I walk like a sheep? How's my sheep coat? And some have more mud in them, and some might have been combed. So they check each other out. And that sheep has better looking sheep ears. Well, you say, well, that's crazy. Sheep don't do that. But we do. Now this, it's very important in these last week's gospel and this. What Jesus is talking to are the Jewish leaders who are interested in power and domination and control and esteem. And Jesus is not condemning Jews, but condemning people who get their power from dominating other people. Very important. Because and it's been done in the Christian community, Jesus condemned all Jews. No, Jesus was a faithful Jew. His mother was a faithful Jew. There were faithful Jews in the time of Jesus who were attracted to Jesus as the new shepherd, but not really something different. That Jesus was the continuation of the God who said that he is the shepherd. He is the one who guides the people. So we have to be careful, and I just say that as an aside, that in the history of Christianity, embarrassingly anti-Jewish, and some great Catholic saints and great Catholic writers and Christian writers. You can read what Luther had to say about Jews. It was a total misunderstanding of a gospel like this. So I just have to say that because we're into being the people of God. We are at a Catholic liturgy, yes, but we come as the people of God. And we don't, like a sheep, or they're the Jewish sheep. They belong on the outside. No, we're God's flock. But one interesting thing for me, now that I had to say that, but one interesting prayer thing for us, perhaps, intimacy. I'm going to talk about intimacy. The shepherd with one of the sheep, you and me. One of the real faith leaps that each of us makes is, does God have a relationship with us or with me? And if it's with me, how do I know I'm doing it right? No, intimacy cannot be standardized. Marital intimacy, friendship of any form, the more intimate it is, the less it is going to be written about in a book. Intimacy is experienced as a revelation of 2 or 4 or whatever. So Jesus has a particular relationship with each of the sheep, even though it's a flock. And we're not going to know. This is the problem. We're not going to know how we're doing. Can you get along with that? We're following Jesus, not following each other. Oh, Ignatius prayed that way. St. Augustine did that penance. Mother Teresa. I got to be like, no, you don't have to be like anybody else. Jesus has a unique relationship with each of us, and we won't know how we're doing. That's the whole problem. That's a great act of faith. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just doing this homily right. I do it. I don't know if I prayed this morning right. But I did it. And whatever I am, God is intimate with me that way. And I have to trust that. That's one of the great acts of following Jesus, is I don't know exactly what grade he's giving me. How I am responding. It's very unique. You can be intimate with spouse, and you can be intimate with grandparents, and it's different according to the person. Are you doing it right? Don't ask. Just do it. So that's the comfort of Jesus as the Good Shepherd. He is good to the flock, but he is good in this relationship to each, and says, I will come to you and relate with you in your uniqueness. Can you hold on to your uniqueness and never know how you're doing? Are you praying right? Are you holding your hands right? Are you bowing right? In liturgy, yes, we have ways we do it with some variations. But the relationship that God has with us is uniquely about us. We have to trust it. And we follow Jesus that way because he comes to us, calls us out of our individuality to the community, but as individuals, and we pray as individuals and as community. He loves us the way he finds us, and as he finds us, he sends us lovingly.